So, yeah, there we go. It's interesting because I'm realizing that plastic tarps take on a completely different, um, they take on a completely different texture. I don't know, pliability, whatever. They take on a different properties when they get really cold. You know. I mean, first of all, see all the sparkles. If you can see the sparkles, that is the fact that the plastic is completely frozen and muddy. It's like watered down, muddy, frozen plastic tarp. And I did get a comment about using some sandpaper, roughing up the material before applying the glue, and that's probably a very good comment, and that's probably something I should have done. But in all honesty, I was in haste, and if you've ever lived in the Northwest, you'll know it is just moist. It's just moist, and it's humid, and it's just rainy all the time. And I had one day where it was the least rainy. It wasn't a dry day. It was just the least rainy. And so surviving, I think really surviving a winter here takes a lot of foresight. Is rain, wintry, almost frozen rain easier or harder to deal with than totally frozen rain, which is essentially snow? And of course, snow is essentially dry. And my biggest problem is ice mud. Dealing with ice mud. I am dirty. Let's see if I can show you this. Like, thank God I have these pants, because, and the problem is, okay, well, it wouldn't be such a big deal, if I were really actually out in the woods, something a lot of people don't really think about. Oh, Mike, what's a little mud? Well, when you're continually going into the city and trying to participate in the city as a normal, effectual citizen, the problem is that if you've got mud all over you, people look at you very differently. They look at you very like you're not an effectual citizen, so to speak, and it makes participation in that society a lot more difficult. So I like to eliminate the mud as much as possible. So there's definitely a process, a whole method that I have to go through every morning in order to make sure that these pants here are removed and put in my backpack before I enter, say, a coffee shop or any other establishment. So yeah, in essence, I would challenge the average. I would challenge the average viewer out there to tell me of a situation in the wintertime that could possibly be more challenging. I really think near frozen rain, because you still have mildew, you still have all of the biological elements. In the snow, you don't have the mud. You can stay on top of the mud by walking on top of the snow. You can build your shelter in the snow. In the rain, I don't have that. I have frozen mud is what I have. That is the challenge. So, and I think I'm faring very well. Anyway, if you think I'm faring very well, I would most certainly appreciate your donation. We are most certainly going to do par excellence next summer, not only with my jewelry and my art and my craft, but with everybody else's craft. And we're going to do that through the Artopium Art Booth, which is going to take your donation. And if I don't have all of the money I need, and I'll go out there and I'll work every hour I have to earn the money I need. But with your help, I can make it happen a little sooner, a little quicker, and by gosh, we can help everybody else out just that much sooner. And I'm just talking about a few items. And if you just go to fundraiser.rovingfestival.com, you're going to see all of the items I'm talking about. And sometimes, at first, these items aren't really going to make a lot of sense because you're not in the situation that I am. Really, if you look at them from the perspective that I'm looking at it from, you're going to realize that these items are actually going to create an art booth that is totally mobile and capable of being anywhere, anytime, completely stealth, providing complete internet access to card swiping technology that will allow me to accept anybody's payment, cash, check, or credit card, for your art, music, fashion, video, film, book, whatever. You tell me how we can make that a better deal. But I need your help. So if you can send 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 100, 1,000. If you want to be my sponsor, you want to be my investor, let's talk there too. So there it is. So I'm going to go to bed. It's a late night. It's very cold. My dog is very cold. I'm going to go set up the heater. But I'll tell you what. We're going to make this happen. And then after that, we're going to start talking to the talent. Because it's time to put a festival together. It's been a long time since a festival has happened. And if you don't know what I mean about putting a festival together, you should go look at the festivals that I have put together. And you can take a look at that at rovingfestival.com. Just go to the media. I think that's the new name I put it on. Media. And under the media section, you'll find photos and you'll find video. I think there's very little video of those festivals. But nevertheless, I have put several festivals together, and it's definitely time to put a new one together. And I'm really hoping that's going to be this summer. But in all honesty, it does depend on whether I have the equipment. And more important than that, it depends on the participation. But when I say we, I hope that I'm talking about me and you. Because what it really comes down to is I need help. I cannot do this by myself. And the Artobium Art Troupe is me and a whole lot of other people who are dedicated to the same kind of ideas. That it doesn't matter whether or not you have four walls around you. That you can be an effectual citizen regardless of what your shelter consists of. And you can do something grand. You can go downtown and throw a gigantic festival even if you live in the city park. And that's where I'm at, folks. So if you want to come join me on that, and you want to come participate in this adventure, you know where to find me. rovingfestival.com, artobium.com. This is Artobium Mike, signing out. Good night.